With the cancellation of carnival, Grenadians who are accustomed to playing jab have been doing so in many quarters. The police, however, indicated that there should be no carnival-like activities without permission. Last weekend in St. Andrew, videos circulated via social media indicated that there were large gatherings. Head of the Community Relations Department says they may have several arrests coming out of that activity. According to the police, the organizer of the event got permission for only 60 people to attend. However, late into the evening, the challenge of a large gathering occurred.
We have had an activity last night, a well talked about activity. It is on social media, depicting and displaying what seems to be a huge party at the cow pen. I can speak to this. What has happened in this particular incident is that permission was requested by the proprietors of the cow pen, and permission was granted for a sit-down of about 60 persons. It turned out to be what it is. The intention for which law enforcement granted permission was not what eventually happened under the ground. This matter is currently being investigated, and I can assure you that there may be a number of charges that might be filed out of this incident.
Superintendent Vanny Cohen says it is important that people stick to the guidelines when they are granted permission.
Stick to the permission that were given to you. If you're given permission for a dinner, then that's what it should be. If you're given permission for a karaoke activity, then that is what it should be. But what we have been observing is the fact that persons are applying for permission for one event. And when that permission is granted for that event, somewhere along the line that event gets changed to something else.
Cohen says once someone applies for permission to host an event, there is a process in which they must undergo.
You apply for permission, the permission is granted, there is a sit down with a particular commander in the particular district to say to you, these are the terms and conditions of your permit. And even doing that, we still have people who, beyond all of that, will still violate the conditions of the permission. So we are engaging. We don't just hand you a permit in some instances and say you can go have a function.
The police, he says, have been and continues to be vigilant.
The public did not know, and perhaps I should say that there's been a lot of engagement from the police. We have gone into the communities, we have met with community leaders, we have spoken to people on the street, and this weekend in particular there's been a heavy police presence in the Willis area, and I mean that has worked. We have seen, a pullback, we have seen a change of mindset from the community. With